Hello, how you doing? I just wanted to shoot this quick video just to introduce you to the group coaching forums. It's awesome. They're great. They've been around forever, and I wanted to walk you through real quick kind of what it's all about, what people get, and the benefits of it. Group coaching is awesome. It's just a great way to learn stuff in a group format with like-minded people. We'll get into that in a second. But first of all, who the heck am I? Well, my name's Will Haimerl. This is my site, PPC Coach. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty much a dinosaur online compared to some of these young bucks that are coming up. I started out in lead generation. That was my thing. Started full-time online, working for myself in 2007. I was selling secured loan leads to United Kingdom banks using Google AdWords. And before that, I was using Yahoo Overture. So I'm really dating myself here. If you guys know what that is, you've been around a long time too. The credit crisis hit worldwide and wiped out my business in about 2 weeks. I was making awesome money. I was selling leads for 90 to 125 to $250 a lead. These were like 90 form, 90 field lead forms that I would put online, and people would fill out every detail. It was nuts. They knew I was selling them to banks. That wasn't there's. It was very ethical. It was all fine, but the banks would take any credit, good credit, bad credit, no credit. They would take it. So of course, I mean, guys like me, we made a lot of money selling the lower credit rating leads to the banks, and the banks would make them, and then everything hit. The just imploded. My business tanked basically overnight. It was awful, just awful. So what did I do? Well, I didn't give up. I turned to CPA offers using Google AdWords. So I had to reinvent my business, and I started doing these. And these are things like email submits and lead generation and selling like subscriptions to like dating sites and that sort of thing. A lot of, there's some good things that you can do with it. You use affiliate networks and use Google AdWords. I got really good at it. I was making really good money, and it was okay. It was fine, but something something was missing. I wasn't happy. I was getting bored. Making a living is nice, but trying to make a difference is a whole different ballgame. I needed more out of life than just running campaigns nonstop. When you're running CPA offers, that's what you do. You run them nonstop. And like, what does this have to do with what I do now? Not much. I'm just giving you the backstory here. So I turned to video games. I was a male, young, dumb, turned to video games, got addicted, lost myself for a while in them. I needed more out of life. I had awesome kids at the time. I've got five now, and I had a wife, uh, ex-wife now, and I was miserable. And it was because of what I was doing. I just wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't feeling it. I've changed a lot over the years, and I think I've grown. I think I've become more mature, maybe, and just happier in general. So, helping others helped me, and that's why I do it. I started helping others learn online marketing, and I finally found the thing that I was looking for. Helping others was the key to my happiness in business. PPCcoach.com was born back in 2007. It's the oldest monthly membership forum out there. Now, we've been down for a while. I haven't really paid much attention to it, but I'm revamping it, starting it up now because I really love running this site. I really do, because helping people and seeing them succeed from the advice that they get is just better than money to me. So, yeah, sure, I could do this for free for everybody, but I got a house. I got five kids. I got to pay for this. I got my own campaigns I'm running that do wonderful, but they're not as fulfilling as helping. So this is the oldest one. There's several others that have copied the exact format here over the years, but I was a pioneer. Okay, there's so many big forum membership sites out there now that weren't even around when I started, and that's cool. No problem. Competition makes things stronger. But I've been here a long time. Been doing this a long time, and I still coach. I've always coached one-on-one, but I'm bringing back the group coaching because I really like it. So now my bread and butter is Facebook ads. Right now, I sell physical products using it. I coach people on how to generate leads and sell physical products using Facebook ads. So I'm really good at it. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm an expert at both selling and coaching. So I got two things going for me. I know that sounds bad, but would you really want to get help from someone who wasn't good at their job? I'll let you answer that. Helping people. Okay. Well over 10,000 marketers have been on this site since 2007. The name is recognizable, but it's probably the biggest site you've never heard of. Put it that way. Because I don't really attend, well, I've never really attended events. And that's where a lot of people get known, get their name out there. They become speakers and they become really good at it. And that's fine. To each his own. I've never been to an event. I don't bother. I'm not knocking any events. I think they're great. I have 5 kids and now I have another wife here. So it's hard for me to get away and to justify it to go to an event for 3 days. That's the only reason I don't go. And I'm not really an event type guy. I'm more of an online guy. If that makes sense, I don't know. So, some have gone on to great things that have been members here. Others have failed. I'll be honest. Not everybody makes it. Okay? But the key is they took the first step. They got some help. So my question is, would you like some help? Let's talk about change for a second. Change is the only constant online. It is constantly changing. New techniques are always coming up. New experiments are constantly being run by me. I have my base stuff that works, and then I spend 20% of my time, energy, and budget just experimenting. Just throwing stuff out there and seeing if it works. And sometimes I land on some really, really good stuff that does awesome. And that's the thing that I'll ride that way for a while. But I'll continuously be experimenting, and that's what I encourage you to do as well. Don't just go with what people tell you. Experiment too. Take your base, get your base created so it's bringing in a good stream of income, and then go experiment too. What worked last month may not work today. That's scary. That course that you bought 3 months ago on Facebook ads, it might be dated now. I have courses out there that are dated. And the problem is Facebook changes so much. They change their dashboard, they change their algorithm, they change everything. So techniques that I was using 2 years ago, they're now obsolete. So I have to be constantly testing new things and constantly adjusting and adapting in order to succeed. Which brings me to this. You can adapt or you can die. And the PPC Coach forums are a good example of that. I didn't really adapt. When all the competitors came out, I didn't really adapt. I was happy with what I was doing at the time. But now I want to help people again. So I'm adapting. I'm reopening. I'm getting more people in there. I want to see people succeed again on my site. I want to be the place to go to get help with Facebook ads. So you need to see the experiments. You need to adapt to the change. That's what I can offer you with your membership here. How does that sound? Let's talk about failure for a second. You're going to fail. Everybody does. The more you fail, the better you are. The only difference between me and anyone else who's like new to the business or new to Facebook ads is I've failed more. So I've run almost $1 million of my own money through Facebook ads now. Do you think I learned a couple things along the way? Yep. Here's the thing. You're going to fail. But what if we can reduce that failure rate a little bit? Would that help you out? Community. Be around others like you. Ever try to talk shop with your friends and family? See their eyes glaze over as you talk about CTR, CPM, ROI, ROAS, click-through rates. I've done it. People ask me what I do. I say, well, I'm an online advertiser. Now, well, I've come to the thing where now I say I'm an online marketer. And even then they're kind of like, don't know what that means. Then I say, and then I try to explain. I said, well, I create products and then I list them on platforms and then I use Facebook ads to drive traffic to them. And then any difference between what I spend and what I make, I keep as profit. And that's kind of my business. And they're like, so you work online? And I'm like, yes. For the longest time, my neighbors thought I was a drug dealer because I never went to work. And I live in a pretty nice house and I make a good living. I'm not the richest guy, but I do okay. And I think they're like wondering, till they got to know me, they're like, what the heck does this guy do? Because he works for himself, but he never leaves his house. This is really bizarre. So trying to talk to my neighbors or trying to talk to my friends or trying to talk to my family about the latest algorithm change with Facebook is pointless and very frustrating. So that's why the community aspect is the most important part, I would say. When you're having a bad day, you can turn to the community and you can say, hey, what the heck is wrong with this ad? You know, it was doing so well, now it's tanking. And then, you know what? People are going to chime in and they're going to say, well, I've experienced this, I've experienced this. When we all take our experiences and we put it into one place that's searchable, easy to navigate, and totally organized, it's great for us to all benefit. So we're all going to benefit from this. Now, here, we've got your back. That's what we're going to do. So would a community of like-minded people help you? Old courses, they still have value. I was reading a post on a Facebook group recently, and they were complaining that a guy watched a video, and then he went to try and do what was in the video, but the actual tool that was used in the video is no longer available from Facebook. And a lot of people were saying, blah, 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 you got to adapt to all this stuff. And I just said, then people got onto the thing where they said, don't buy a course. Courses are useless. They're just out to get your money, and they don't know what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. And all the haters are going to hate. That's the way it goes. But what I found is courses are valuable. They still have value. They're most valuable at the time that they're released because that's the most current edition with the most current up-to-date information. However, they do lose value because things change. So what I do, and what I'm going to be doing quite a bit, is I'm going to post my old courses so you can view them right on the forums. Okay? I also already have my old boot camps on there, so you can go through those at your own pace. So that's great, but would that help you too? I think so. Seen a lot of that stuff would. But this is it. Group coaching. That's what we're all about. Getting answers and support. That's what PPC Coach is all about. I'm PPC Coach, so Will Haimerl, that's what I'm all about. Supporting you, answering your questions. You get group coaching in a positive and friendly forum. We do not allow any negativity on there. And this is something too, probably should have put this in the presentation, but the only stupid question is the one that is not asked. Okay, so if you are on my group coaching forums and you ask a question, you will not get a negative response. If you do, that person is gone. Okay, we do not tolerate it. We're all here to learn. We're all at different levels. We all have different experience. There's no dumb question. If you don't ask a question, that's what I consider a dumb one. You have to ask questions. You have to. That's how you get ahead. That's how you learn. That's how you do it. So, of course, I want you to join. Let me help you out. Hit the join now link. Let's get started. Get in there. Let's help you master Facebook ads today and tomorrow. It's the stuff that even I show you right now may not work in 3 months from now. So we have to adapt or die, right? That's what this forum's all about. It's constantly learning and evolving and growing and adapting and coming up with the most cutting edge stuff that we can possibly do. I do that through my own experiments that I'm going to share on the forums, but you can do your own experiments too, and you can certainly share it with us as well. How great is it that a community like this is waiting for you? One thing before we go. There's a tiny monthly cost, okay? Here's a question. Just to put this in perspective, how much do you spend going out for dinner each month? Guarantee you, I cost less. How much do you spend on your internet bill each month? Guarantee you, I cost less. How much do you spend putting gas in your vehicle each month? Now, I drive a Suburban, and a lot of people knock me for that. They're like, wow, that's horrible on gas. I'm like, you know what? You don't buy a Suburban for gas mileage. Okay, and I understand it's horrible on gas. I bought the thing. It's got a gigantic V8 motor that is awesome, and I love it. It's a big, giant, 20-foot long land yacht that is just perfect. I also have 5 kids. There's 7 of us in it. I need this thing. I didn't want to buy a minivan. I wanted a Suburban. It's my truck. It's my baby. I love it. Every time I go to fill up, it's at least $100. Okay, now that's Canadian. But that's a lot of dough. And I've got to fill it up at least once a week. So that's about $400 a month I'm putting just in the gas tank. I am charging way less for this site. Okay? Way less. And you're investing into your education. You're investing into learning how to make it work. Okay? I don't care what you do online. If you're a small business owner, if you're an agency guy, if you're a marketer like me, it doesn't matter. We're all Facebook advertisers. That's what we do. We advertise on Facebook. That's who I want to help. Facebook advertisers. I want to help them learn and profit using Facebook ads. Very simple. So, how awesome is this? I think it's awesome. I love this site. I love all the members. I can't wait to help you. The only thing is, I can't help you if you don't join. So hit that join now button, get in there, introduce yourself, start asking questions, start participating in discussions, start being a part of the community, and let's really make this the best Facebook ad community on the planet. See you in there.